Did I miss something? When did we get to Disneyland?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times movies made fun of Disney.
Otherwise we'd spoil it, hosing down the garbage pail and scrubbing up the toilet.
Does this song sound familiar to you?
For this list, we're looking at films that parodied the Disney brand, as well as its many subsidiaries or properties. We're excluding Disney movies that made fun of Disney, since we already have a list for that. What's your favorite dig at the House of Mouse? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Number 10, but it's Disney, Addams Family Values. The Haunted Mansion aside, the Addams Family would stick out like a severed hand if they ever went to Disneyland. When Wednesday and Pugsley have trouble fitting in at summer camp, they're sent to the Harmony Hut with their friend Joel. The counselors plan to change their dark demeanor by making them watch family movies, including Bambi and The Little Mermaid. Also on the watch list is The Sound of Music, which ironically became a Disney property following the 2019 Fox acquisition. Although the Addams regularly torture each other, Wednesday and Pugsley view this as true child cruelty.
Don't worry, we're getting out of here. But it's Disney.
Disney seemingly brainwashes the kids, until they put a twisted spin on Pocahontas.
I want to smile and sing and dance and be Pocahontas in Gary's vision.
Oh, darling, do you really mean it?
We wish we could have seen Wednesday direct Disney's Pocahontas, which came out 2 years later.
Wait. What? We cannot break bread with you.
Huh? Becky, what's going on?
Wednesday! You have taken the land which is rightfully ours.
Number 9, The Ducks, Space Jam. From a corny concerto to pigs and a polka, Warner Brothers Animation has poked fun at Disney more than a few times. When the Looney Tunes assemble to form the Toon Squad, Daffy suggests a new team name, the Ducks.
How's this for a new team name? The Ducks! Please, what kind of Mickey Mouse organization would name their team the Ducks?
Bugs Bunny is quick to point out that a certain mouse has already claimed that name, taking a shot at both the Mighty Ducks film franchise and the Anaheim Ducks, an NHL hockey team that Disney founded in 1993. The same year Space Jam hit theaters, Mighty Ducks the animated series also just so happened to debut.
Drake Duquesne invents this crazy mask, a goalie mask, that can see through their invisible shields.
You know, if the Monstars teamed up with the Saurians to take down the Toon Squad and the Ducks, it would be the most 1996 thing ever.
How about we go out and kick some alien butt, huh? Let's go. How about it, huh? Ready? Yeah.
Number 8, Happy World Land. Tiny Toon Adventures, How I Spent My Vacation. Warner Brothers strikes again, shifting the satire from Moron Mountain to Happy World Land. In the straight-to-video How I Spent My Vacation, Plucky Duck endures a relentless road trip to a thinly veiled send-up of Disneyland. When Plucky and Hampton's family arrives, they find the parking lot overcrowded, the tickets overpriced, and the staff less than competent.
Happy World Land, where the fun doesn't stop at only $80 a pop.
Regardless, Plucky is overwhelmed to finally be in the happiest place on Earth.
Look, Hampton, it's the legendary Happy Go Pukey ride!
So imagine his disappointment when they leave after one monorail tour.
What? But we came all that way! Don't we even ride Fun Pixies? Happy Go Pukey!
As hectic as Plucky's trip was, at least he didn't end up beneath the ocean like Babs. The irony is that this movie opened animated features up to the direct-to-video market, paving the way for dozens of Disney sequels. Number 7, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jurassic Park. It's been said that Walt Disney originally wanted the Jungle Cruise riverboat attraction to have real animals. Since some of the animals would have been nocturnal though, animatronics were ultimately used. John Hammond also would have been better off taking the animatronic route.
Don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
Instead, his genetic scientists cook up some real dinosaurs for his theme park, a move that inevitably backfires.
After careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. So have I.
Even as dinosaurs run amok, Hammond defends his vision, comparing Jurassic Park to Disneyland's rocky opening. Dr. Ian Malcolm responds with one of the movie's many memorable lines, pointing out that the Disney rides don't treat the park-goers as a buffet like the T-Rex does.
Disneyland in 1956
Nothing worked.
Yeah, but John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Malcolm makes a good point. It's no wonder he got his own show on Disney+. Number 6. Do you want to build a Papa Can You Hear Me? Deadpool 2. 1 year before the Disney-Fox merger was finalized, Deadpool took aim at his future parent company. Watching the Barbra Streisand musical Yentl, Wade Wilson notices that the song Papa Can You Hear Me sounds eerily familiar.
Papa, can you see me?
Does this song sound familiar to you?
Eventually it hits him. The melody is almost identical to Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Disney's Frozen.
Papa, can you hear me? Is it just me, or Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen sound suspiciously like Papa Can You Hear Me from Yentl?
Originally, another Disney joke would have been in the movie as well, but the filmmakers were forced to remove it.
Whoever planned this stunt was smoking a lot of jazz cabbage. I'll tell you that much.
That's pretty obvious.
Although he understood why it had to be left on the cutting room floor, this was apparently among Ryan Reynolds' favorite lines. Deadpool's fate in the MCU remains up in the air, but until then, at least the Merc with a Mouth has a friend in the Pixar universe. Number 5. The Wonderful World of South Park. South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. South Park is the polar opposite of Disney's family-friendly brand, which the trailer for Bigger, Longer, and Uncut made clear.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. That movie has warped my fragile little mind.
Yet some of the film songs possess a Disney-esque sound. Mountain Town calls the opening of Beauty and the Beast to mind, as Stan Marsh merrily strolls through South Park like Belle.
The sun is shining and the grass is green, under the 3 feet of snow, I mean.
Up there is a classic I Want song, but instead of a Disney princess, it's performed by the Prince of Darkness.
That there's such a big world up there. I'd like to give it a try.
Michael McDonald even lent his voice to Eyes of a Child, which satirizes the pop versions of songs that play over the credits of Disney movies. It's no wonder this film's music is so great, as Trey Parker co-wrote many of the songs with Mark Shaman, who later composed Mary Poppins Returns. Number 4. An Evil Corporation, The Simpsons Movie. Like South Park, The Simpsons didn't shy away from satirizing Disney with its first feature film.
Well, Marge, we're separated from the kids by a wall of snow. All my dreams are coming true.
Snowed in, Homer and Marge get intimate with some help from a few woodland friends. These animals wouldn't look out of place in the forest with Bambi, or helping Snow White clean up the dwarf's cottage. As Homer and Marge head to the bed for a fairy tale ending, however, it becomes evident to the critters that they've wandered into the wrong cartoon. In another instance, Bart throws a black bra on his head, doing his best impression of a certain mouse-eared mascot.
I'm the mascot of an evil corporation. Get down from there.
Well, we guess it was Disney that got the last laugh. It's so weird this movie is on Disney+.
Homer Simpson here, proud addition to the Disney family and soon appearing on Disney+. I, for one, salute our new corporate overlords.
Number 3. Allegro Nontropo. One of the lesser-known titles on our list, Allegro Nontropo consists of animated segments set to classical music. If that sounds familiar, it's because much of this Italian film is a direct parody of Disney's Fantasia.
Disney l'ha fatto questo, Avanti!
Just as Walt did, director Bruno Bozzetto ties his animated sequences together with live-action introductions. Instead of Deems Taylor seriously addressing his audience, however, we get something closer to a Marx Brothers movie or a Monty Python skit. While more satirical in tone, the film's animation is nonetheless quite breathtaking. Arguably the best segment is Maurice Ravel's Bolero, which mirrors Fantasia's Rite of Spring. Another standout is Igor Stravinsky's The Firebird Suite. Weirdly enough, Fantasia 2000 used the Firebird Suite almost 23 years later, bringing things full circle.
You know, Fantasia was meant to be a perpetual work in progress. Every time you went to see it, you'd experience some new pieces along with some old familiar favorites.
Number 2. Sausage Party. While the suggestive title is kind of a dead giveaway, Sausage Party could still be mistaken for a Pixar movie based on its 3D computer animation and premise.
Matter cannot be created or destroy human.
Having already brought toys to life, sentient food doesn't seem like the biggest stretch for Pixar. Whereas toys are made to be played with, though, food exists to be eaten.
At least it's still distracting them from the truth. That they get brutally devoured.
So that means Carl and Barry are dead?
I don't know who those dudes are, But if they went up those doors...
Therein lies the twisted nature of Sausage Party, setting the stage for a dark satire that earns its R rating. Outside of Pixar tropes, the film also satirizes some of the racial stereotypes from earlier Disney films. The film even enlisted the musical talents of Alan Menken, who co-composed the score and co-wrote an opening number reminiscent of Be Our Guest. Dear gods, indeed.
Take us to the great beyond, where we're sure nothing bad happens to once we're out the sliding doors.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The Mutant Containment Unit, Dark Phoenix.
My kid used to be a fan.
Nemo meets Remy, Roddy, Flushed Away.
Have you seen my dad?
George of the Jungle, School of Rock.
Okay, give me like a chunk, chicka chunk, chicka chunk, chicka chunk, chicka chunk. Good. Okay, no, that's bad. That's like George of the Jungle. Play it up here on the cymbal, but really light. Oh, that's it.
Toy Story posters, Child's Play. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Shrek. Former Disney chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg didn't part with his old employers on the best of terms. DreamWorks, which Katzenberg co-founded, has thus taken numerous shots at the House of Mouse, from Major Chip Hazard referencing It's a Small World,
it's a small world after all,
to a silly old bear getting tranquilized in B-movie. Shrek was the ultimate Disney send-up, however, satirizing the company's fairy tale tropes, amusement parks, and musical numbers, among other things. It's even been rumored that the villainous Lord Farquaad was intended to resemble Katzenberg's former boss Michael Eisner.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all?
Some have also theorized that Farquaad's short stature was in reference to a jab that Eisner allegedly took at Katzenberg's height.
So, that must be Lord Farquaad's castle. That's the place. Do you think maybe he's compensating for something?
While it wasn't the first or last Disney parody, Shrek is perhaps the most ambitious, humorous, and personal.
Like that's ever gonna happen. What a load.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.